when you intersected my orbit, I was just absolutely like, I couldn't take my eyes off of this work that you were creating. And it took me a time to articulate just exactly why. But I want you to share a little bit about what inspires your art, because I believe from what I've seen in your human design chart that you really do have these extra little tendrils of connection to like the other side or to another side. Let's put it that way. Do you? Hello, hello, ZenJen tuning in. We are here for another exciting episode of ZenJen Connections, and I'm really excited to introduce our guest to you today. And he just let me generate his human design chart, and there are so many exciting features that are really connecting the dots between all of the time that you and I have been chatting. Vincent Dockstader is here with us today. Is that how we say your name, Vincent Dockstader?
Yep, that's how I've always pronounced it. I've heard other people pronounce it different ways, but
It's really interesting. I've been connecting with a lot of projectors lately, and just out of the blue, new people have come into my orbit. And you're not someone new in my orbit. I think we've been chatting for the last year or so. I've been really interested in your energetic artwork for some time now. I myself have served in like I guess you could say like a social media managerial capacity, energetic artists during my time in this virtual landscape. And when you intersected my orbit, I was just absolutely like, I couldn't take my eyes off of this work that you were creating. And it took me a time to articulate just exactly why. But I want you to share a little bit about what inspires your art, because I believe from what I've seen in your human design chart that you really do have these extra little tendrils of connection to like the other side or to another side. Let's put it that way. Do you, am I being too vague, or do you pick up what I'm putting down here?
oh, I picked that up. I definitely feel there's a connection with the what would you call it, aliens, I guess.
Okay.
Because it started off, I was just painting. I was like, I saw somebody pour painting on TV. I was like, oh, I could throw paint around. That's easy. Let's give it a shot, right? But then I started seeing stuff in the paint. I'm like, well, what is that? That looks like an alien to me. But then I'd show other people the paint and they wouldn't see it. So I was like, well, maybe I'll pick up a paintbrush. I pick up a paintbrush. I started just painting it in, and it's like, it's just since that point, it's just been snowballing. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I think I've gone crazy, and sometimes it's like something's really happening.
No, I totally get you. I'm right there with you, Vincent. I think that you were born during this age of the internet for a very specific purpose. because your artwork is something that I knew intuitively the moment that I saw it. I'm like, oh man, this guy has like visitors all around him. They're like on all sides. They are like they're tapped in to his field, but in very subtle ways. They're like guiding his hand. I mean, probably literally and figuratively speaking, whenever you pick up your paintbrush. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I guess I guess you could say that they do guide me. But I've also went from paintbrush to pencils to markers to all different ways of creating. But yeah, I feel there is something guiding me, definitely. And I've also come to the conclusion, I thought, well, not only are they guiding me, but I have a feeling when I'm painting that someone's there with me. That could be my future and past self with me watching as well.
That is so resonant and interesting because I know a lot of people, whenever they see, we're going to share with our viewers quite a few different pictures of your art today, Vincent. But I want you, whenever you look at his sketches as well as his photography, photography is simply you capturing within a frame, a specific moment in time, right?
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with like I mean, photography is a skill. I loved photography class in high school. It is a skill, and you do have an eye for it, sir. But I feel, and it's not even that there's something like outside of you, but there is some kind of a connection that is occurring when this artwork is birthed into this world. It's a conundrum. It's strange because I know a lot of people are calling these aliens. A lot of people are calling them demons. A lot of people are calling them watchers. There are different perspectives for these others in another realm that are tapping into ours. And I believe certain ones of us are conduits for that process to take place. And you, sir, I believe, are one of these such people that something about your energy, something about the way in which you are designed is really optimal for this kind of connection to be taking place.
Well, I did have a UFO experience that was quite compelling to me. I think that was part of my inspiration, really, because that was the real pivotal change point in my life to where a lot of this stuff started happening.
Interesting. So before the experience, there wasn't an interest or a like an embrace of art.
No,
Okay.
no, I just started doing art in 2020. I had the experience, my UFO experience was, I'm still not sure the exact date, but it was 2018 or 2019.
All right. So right before a huge shift took place all over planet Earth, collectively speaking.
Yeah, yep, right around then, I just had a shift in me, I guess. I feel like a totally different person, literally a complete different person if you ask me.
So paint us a picture, Vincent. What kind of different person emerged from this experience to follow future trajectory timelines as opposed to who was Vincent Dockstader before this experience occurred?
Well, I went from being a family man to a single man. That's the biggest transition, but also from being a person on drugs to a sober person. I think those two are the most major factors in it. And then I had a spiritual awakening too, where I started getting into tarot cards and spiritual teachings, a lot of Bashar's teachings, and the awareness of the alien stuff, the extraterrestrial and higher self and all that is, and the realization that I am all that is, as much as anyone else is all that is. We're all, once you create that awareness, that's where the connection comes from, and then you can let it flow in.
Hmm. So are you of the mind, or of the body rather, Vincent, that these beings are actually you? Just like you alluded to whenever we hopped on today.
Yeah, I'm definitely one that believes that we are a body inside of a soul, not a soul with not a the body with a soul inside of us. Everything is our soul, everything is our expression. So everything in our reality is all it is. All it is in your reality. Everyone, like Bashar teaches, we're all in our own universe, walking around, and you're I'm creating my version of you in my reality, but in my reality you truly don't exist. And you're doing the same in your reality. But we all have a higher connection, which is source is expressing itself through us to be all it is.
Okay. You're reminding me right now of the the 4323 channel of structuring. I believe that there are very divine concepts that are flowing into your headspace where processing of information takes place. And there are potentialities for, people think of the voice as an actual voice, or rather the throat center as an actual voice, when actually the throat center signifies your expression with this world in whatever conduit you use. Many do use a voice. I believe your painting is this, from this channel of structuring, from that defined ajna down into the defined throat center. In your chart, this is that divine conduit where something from somewhere else is flowing through and coming out via the lens of Vincent's personal expression. And this is what's happening. It's an incredible phenomena.
Bye.